The first Monday after 40 years as a high school principal hit me like a ton of bricks. No morning rush, no urgent emails, just the hum of the refrigerator. I sat at my kitchen table, staring blankly at an empty calendar, the silence amplifying a growing dread. This wasn't the golden freedom I'd imagined. It was an echoing void where purpose used to reside. My identity had been so tied to my work. Now, without the daily structure and the constant demands, I felt like a ship without a rudder. Each day blurred into the next, a monotonous cycle of coffee, news, and wondering how to fill the hours. The antagonist, the empty calendar, was winning, slowly eroding my sense of self. The human cost was profound. I stopped accepting social invitations, feeling I had nothing interesting to contribute. My energy levels plummeted, replaced by a pervasive apathy. It felt like I was just waiting to die, a quiet, slow fade into irrelevance. This wasn't just retirement, it was a retreat from life itself. It was my granddaughter, Lily, who inadvertently provided the first spark. "Grandpa, what do you do all day?" she asked, her innocent eyes full of curiosity. Her question hung in the air, a stark mirror reflecting my aimless existence. I mumbled something about reading, but the truth hit me hard. I wasn't living, I was merely existing. That evening, the despair felt overwhelming. I was lost in a sea of self-pity, too afraid to venture out of my comfort zone, too convinced that my best years were behind me. Aging felt like an insurmountable defeat, and I saw no way out of the quicksand of inaction. Then, a tiny flicker of hope. I remembered an article about flow states and how crucial active engagement is for cognitive health and well-being in later life. It wasn't about simply filling time, but about finding activities that absorbed me completely, providing a sense of purpose and accomplishment. The core insight struck me. Retirement wasn't an end, but a chance to redefine my purpose through meaningful hobbies. I thought back to my childhood, to the joy I found in my grandfather's woodworking shop. The smell of sawdust, the feel of raw timber. My own garage held a dusty box of old tools, long forgotten. With a mix of nervousness and a nascent excitement, I decided to pull them out. Could this be it? Could this be the beginning of something new? My first attempt was laughable. My hands, once so steady grading papers, fumbled with the saw. The birdhouse I attempted was crooked, lopsided, and frankly, a hazard to any feathered friend. But as I held that imperfect creation, a warmth spread through me. It wasn't about perfection. It was about the act of creating, the focus, the sheer joy of doing. I discovered a local community workshop, a place where people of all ages gathered to share their love for crafts. Hesitantly, I joined. The camaraderie was immediate, the shared passion infectious. Slowly, surely, the isolation that had gripped me began to loosen its hold, replaced by laughter and shared stories. I devoured books, watched online tutorials, and eagerly absorbed advice from my new friends. Each day brought a new technique to master, a new challenge to overcome. My mind, which I feared had grown stagnant, was stimulated and engaged. The empty days were now brimming with learning and creation, my spirit lifted by the sheer joy of it. The workshop became my sanctuary. 2 days a week, I was there, not just as a participant, but as a mentor to newer members. Sharing my burgeoning knowledge, guiding hesitant hands, I found a new sense of purpose. It was a beautiful cycle of learning and teaching, a vibrant community where I truly belonged. Woodworking opened a creative floodgate. I started journaling, then moved to short stories, drawing inspiration from my years as a principal, the countless lives I'd touched. The act of writing, of crafting narratives with words as meticulously as I crafted with wood, became another avenue for expression, another fascinating hobby to explore. There were still moments of self-doubt. The whispers of "you're too old for this" or "it's not good enough" would creep in. But I learned to silence them, to embrace the beginner's mind, and to find joy in the process, not just the perfect outcome. This wasn't about proving anything to anyone. It was about enriching my own life. Soon, woodworking and writing were joined by others. Photography, capturing the intricate beauty of the natural world. Gardening, nurturing life from seed to bloom. Even tentative steps into learning Spanish, simply for the joy of it. My life, once barren, was now a thriving garden of hobbies, each one a new adventure, a new facet of myself to discover. I am no longer just retired. I am a woodworker, a writer, a photographer, a gardener, a student. More importantly, I am a man living a life of vibrant purpose, filled with meaningful engagement every single day. This isn't merely filling time. This is truly living, embracing every moment of these golden years with gusto and joy. This is golden years fulfillment, a reward I never thought possible. The contrast between my life then and now is stark. The silent, empty days are replaced by a schedule brimming with activity and connection. The despair has given way to a quiet delight in each new project, each new skill. I went from feeling like I was waiting to die to feeling more alive than ever before. This is a life truly lived, not just endured. Now, when I see others struggling with the transition to retirement, I share my story. I tell them about the quiet despair, the fear of the empty calendar. And then I tell them about the joy of the first crooked birdhouse, the camaraderie of the workshop, the boundless possibilities that open up when you dare to explore. It's my new role, a mentor, encouraging new beginnings. Hobbies aren't just activities, they are a rediscovery of childlike wonder, a commitment to learning for the sheer joy of it. They are a powerful life force that keeps the mind sharp, the spirit engaged, and the heart full. We are never too old to play, to explore, to create. That's the beautiful secret of a fulfilling retirement. My advice: don't wait for inspiration, just start. Start small, start imperfectly. Embrace curiosity, not mastery. Seek out community, for shared passions deepen the joy. Your golden years are not a time for winding down. They are a magnificent canvas awaiting your unique brushstrokes. Step into it with courage and an open heart. My life after 60 isn't just good, it's extraordinary. I found purpose not by clinging to the past, but by embracing the boundless opportunities of the present. Every day is an adventure, a chance to learn, create, and connect. I am not merely retired. I am reimagined, thriving in the golden glow of a life truly fulfilled. This is my vibrant, fulfilling life.